You're watching an exclusive high-definition broadcast of HDNet Fights.
This is HDNet Fights, Furious Finishes. Hey everyone, I'm Ron Kruk. Tonight we check out why mixed martial arts is one of the fastest growing sports. Knockouts and submissions. One-punch KOs, slick submissions, and all-out wars are on tap for you in the next hour and a half. We'll have some of the brightest stars in MMA, including Fedor Emelianenko, Frank Trigg, Chris Hordeski, and Kazuo Masaki. We'll also see some of the most explosive young fighters in the sport, making their mark on their opponents' faces. We begin with the Ring of Combat promotion from Atlantic City, New Jersey, and two light heavyweights, 6-1 John Doyle and undefeated Ricardo Romero. Romero had said before the fight that he was hoping Doyle would come out firing and turn the bout into a stand-up war. That's exactly what happened. Then we get a look at the third generation of the Gracie family, 21-year-old and two-time world champion Gregor Gracie. The Gracies are the first family of MMA and inventors of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So when a new Gracie makes his debut, the MMA world takes notice. Carrying on the fighting tradition of his uncle Renzo Gracie, Gregor was ready to put on a show for his family in attendance when he took on Eric Henry. These two bouts illustrate two very different ways a fighter can get a victory in mixed martial arts.
I like what he's doing with the leg. He's got him all bound up. He got the side mount, now full mount. And this could be the end of John Doyle.
Working out of full, going to the ground and pound, and he's reaching back and throwing some punches. Dan Mergliotti right on top of it, looking on.
Well, that burns a ton of energy when you're waving your arms around like that.
Boy, especially with these big guys, right? These light heavyweights. Both these guys weighing around 206 for Romero, 202 for Doyle coming into this fight.
The way you defend mount is not throwing punches back.
Doyle tries to lean forward. Romero tries with an elbow, and now comes down with another elbow. That one landed. And again, the punch is being thrown by Romero. Doyle talked about his quickness. I think Romero might be a little quicker than he anticipated. Certainly a better puncher, perhaps, than any of us anticipated. That's what got it to the ground to start with.
And I had said who will get the takedown will be in the driver's seat, and it's pretty obvious Romero is in the driver's seat.
Romero in control of this first round of the Beasts of the Northeast Light Heavyweight Championship. And he continues to throw the punches. A couple of those really getting in there to Doyle.
Yes, they are. He's just throwing him. He hasn't really put his whole body behind him, and that keeps his balance where it is. But if he now would wind up and throw a couple of bombs, that might end it. Now he's throwing bombs.
Coming in straight with a couple of those punches is Ricardo Romero. And now it's stopped. It's over. Romero has the belt. Ricardo Romero. The first round win over John Doyle. An impressive performance by the 29-year-old in this only his third professional fight. And he wins it with a TKO of John Doyle here in the first round as you look at Doyle on the mat.
He looks exhausted too, but he got hit many times, and when he started throwing those bombs, that's when it really turned the ground and pound.
Now we know about the wrestling skills Romero had, but there's that left that caught the side of his head and takes him to the canvas, and that's when Romero was able to do his job after that.
Yeah, whoever got on top, whoever won the takedown war, I said would be in a real commanding position, and Romero knew what to do, and I like the fact that he didn't over-punch. He stayed balanced as he's throwing those punches. Look at his body. It's not drawing him to the side or forward, and he increased the intensity with some big elbows and forearms, and that really was the difference in the ground and pound.
And Romero remains unbeaten. Every victory has come in the first round. So John Doyle stands up, gets the applause, and now Peter Neglia will give us the official time of that victory by Ricardo Romero.
You want to come in the middle, you okay? All right, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 3 minutes and 19 seconds of round one, a ref stoppage due to a barrage of unanswered blows. Our light heavyweight Ring of Combat champion is Ricardo Romero.
Turn this way.
I tell you, my friends in the bull riding world, they know exactly what he's saying. They watch mixed martial arts on HDNet. Some of those great bull riders from Brazil as well. And early on here is Gracie getting some punches in as well, coming back on Henry. And there's a knee by Gracie. And the trip up, and standing right back up goes Eric Henry.
I'm impressed with.
And look at Henry just slung him against the ropes. I mean, that was just taken over, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I wish he had stepped in and tried to punch while Gregor was coming up, but he was impressed with himself there. I would have been too. I mean, he literally threw him into the ropes.
Oh, he just fired him over there like nothing, didn't he? I mean, you wouldn't believe these guys are in the same weight class.
Now, Gregor on top, side mount is dangerous for Henry. Side mount is much better position to get to different submissions and to strike.
I imagine that Eric Henry probably a little frustrated coming in here that hardly any respect given to him by the masses coming into this fight, even with a 7-3 record. And Gracie going to work here.
He's grabbing his own thigh. He's trying to rip that hand off of Henry's thigh. Henry's hanging onto his own thigh to keep his arm from coming out.
Now you wonder, at what point does Gracie give up this strategy?
Well, if he's got a secondary one that he's setting up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in Portuguese he's being told exactly what that is.
Well, there's always a plan A, B, and C usually with the Gracie system.
Now you got to remember,
there
this
he's
is
got the arm out.
Oh, that's tight.
He got that right arm out and he's bending it back now. And Eric Henry, is he going to be able to hold? No, it's over. Eric Henry taps out. Gregor Gracie goes 2-0 as a pro. And look at the celebration in the Gracie corner. 21-year-old Gregor, now 2-0 in his career.
And very typical of the Brazilians, when they celebrate hard. And there are a lot of them in the ring, and they're being escorted out at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be carnival the rest of the night here at the Tropicana.
Well, when the UFC was down there and we were down there, I couldn't believe it. They swarmed the ring.
Okay, now let's take a look at the second round here.
That was Henry's punch, but then it was all Gregor.
Henry able to get that straight in, and then what's here? It's Gregor coming back, going with the knees, and then getting the takedown.
And right here, no, they come up, and I think this is when he's going to get slung. Right, oh, just cut it. And there, a nice Kimura off to the side. He's going to keep bending that arm back, Keeps resetting and redoing, and there with good balance, you see the tap.
Gregor Gracie is 2-0. Let's get the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute and 56 seconds of round two, an armbar tap out brought the win to Gregor Gracie. Gracie, our main event winner.
Romero had demonstrated the pure brutality of a TKO, while Gracie displayed the style and technicality of a submission by way of Kimura. Two very different techniques resulting in the same outcome. From Atlantic City to Sin City, Las Vegas, we head out west for some action from the International Fight Organization. The fledgling fight promotion exploded onto the MMA scene in 2007 with a mix of young stars full of potential and some big-name fighters. Calling their events Fireworks in the Cage, this next set of fights lived up to that billing. First, it's a battle between two up-and-comers, Tyler Stinson and Tony Barker. Then the IFO heavyweight title is on the line when Canadian Travis Vieux meets Sean Salmon. And finally, the Red Devil Zach George takes on Chris Mickle for the vacant IFO lightweight championship.
now referee Steve Mazzagatti says, let's get this back up. I think it's a good call. And again, there's that straight left. The best punch that Stinson's thrown, not with the effectiveness, but now he moves in behind it this time with combination.
There is motion, not just one and look to see what happens.
Good knee. Stinson, much better on his feet. He has the reach, and it appears to be a quicker striker than
He
Varner.
sidestepped. Yeah, I agree with his corner saying sidestep. Don't stay in front where you could be measured and bull rushed. Stick and move, stick and move. Oh, that would have been a time for the left hand.
Stinson trying to measure off Parker.
There it is again.
Those punches, but not enough of them. Now, Stinson doing his best.
He's out.
Parker's got it. It's over. He's knocked out. Stinson has knocked out Parker here in the second round. He is out. Stinson has won it. What a turnaround.
You saw the left hand land early, and Barker didn't bull rush him. He stayed outside, and he paid the price. Stinson had him measured. 2, 3 of those left hands definitely hit flush. He was out on his feet.
You don't see a lot of flat-out knockouts. A lot of TKOs stopped by punches, but this is a straight-out, where am I, what is the area code, and what day is it kind of punch.
Yeah, that left hook there at the end, you could see he was a little bit dazed. Tries the shot, here's the knee, comes up, bang, left hand. Then he measures him out, and boy, he follows through. There was the knee, there's the left hand, and now he comes through now. Comes the left. There's a good one, and then that one there, and he's out right there. And falls like the tree. Stinson, powerful left hand.
And there you see Tony Barker being helped to his corner. Remember the name, 21-year-old Tyler Stinson. Just over a year ago, he told a friend of his, Mark Jones, because Jones had experience as a boxer, used to be a sparring partner with one Tommy Morrison, among others, said, hey, I got this MMA fight coming up in a few days. Can you help me? Let's clear out the garage, put up the heavy bag in the mat. I think I can do it. And he certainly has. Former pole vault star and high school football star is making a name here in the MMA ranks. And now let's go back to the ring and get the official time on that knockout from Sonny Franco.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has put a stop to this contest at 4 minutes and 45 seconds of the second round. For your winner by TKO, Tyler the Evolution Stinson!
Wiuff has the height advantage and the reach advantage. It's almost like he was trying to decide there whether or not to start swinging a bit.
That's a long fight. Got to be smart about how much you want to learn too quickly. Nice right hand. Very, Sean Salmon says he's an awkward striker, and you can see why.
Well, he is. He's gone from orthodox to southpaw, sometimes in mid-swing, it seems. And he was able to land that right, his best punch so far in the early going of this championship fight. And now Salmon has him pushed back against the fence, and Salmon very aggressive on Wiuff. Travis, though, keeping his composure at the moment.
He's getting tagged. Salmon should keep the pressure on.
He's taking some punches. You can see swelling on the left eye, but Travis Wiuff able to back up against that fence and try to catch a second breath here. Now that cardio is going to pay off one way or the other in the early going, more than he thought so. And there's the takedown by Salmon going to his strength.
Guillotine, and he's got it.
And he's got it. That is it. That is what you have to watch out for, and he goes right into the guillotine of Travis Wiuff. It is over. It is over, and look at the frustration of Sean Salmon, who dominated this fight, except for 10 seconds.
That's all it takes.
And Travis Wiuff in 10 seconds is the IFO light heavyweight champion. Now, Wiuff took a pounding against that fence, but that experience, he didn't lose his composure. And in the takedown for Salmon, he goes right into the guillotine. And that quickly, as you see Travis Wiuff talk to a man who knows about championships, Richard Steele, the Hall of Fame referee, the man who put together this steel cage organization. Well, here it is. Here it is. This looks like it's going to be Sean Salmon's round for sure. Maybe his fight as he gets this takedown, but look at it, Jeff.
Stuck his head out to the side. Once he did, he was able to wrap the arm around it, got to closed guard, and that's what really puts the pressure on the neck. You can't move your hips, and it sinks that choke in real tight. Another look at it here. Salmon right there. You saw the head bob out. You see the Travis View's arm wrap around it. There he closes the guard, puts the pressure down, gets the tap out.
And there you look at Travis View. He knows a little bit about wrestling himself, a great wrestler in Division II in the NCAA at Minnesota State, and now picks up his 46th career win and the IFO light heavyweight belt. Let's get the official time on it and go back to the voice of Steel Cage, Sonny Franco.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John Shorley's put a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 37 seconds of the very first round. For your winner by submission due to a guillotine choke, and now the IFO light heavyweight champion of the world, Travis Diesel View.
Zach George comes in with an impressive 12-1 record. Half of those wins have been by way of knockout. So not only was he a great wrestler and has the skills, but he has some heavy hands.
Well, they trade a little bit there. No real damage done. But these are two goers. This is going to be a great fight.
They only know one speed, basically. They mirror each other that way. And will gladly exchange punches like there. And now getting the takedown is George, the three-time Oklahoma State wrestling champion.
I almost think Mickle flopped there. I think Mickle wanted to come down to the ground. Now I think he's going to try to work his submissions. Here he's working himself up. You can see George just keeping his elbows back as far as he
Trying
can.
for that arm bar, and look at Zach George to slam him, but
And he
rolling
gets
with it
it.
and stand there is Mickle. Mickle has that arm bar, he's working and he is pulling it hard.
Oh, and George able to hook the heel in there and get out of it, but now he gives up position.
But what an escape by Zach George. Mickle lures him in early on. George able to get away. That was a gamble for Mickle because George is a great wrestler.
George out of Team Quest, works out a lot with Linland. And Zach said he wanted to keep this fight standing, didn't want to go to the ground, didn't want to get under Mr. Mickle, and he finds himself there now.
Only loss for George was to Davidas Tarosavicius back in April in the International Fight League competition, who is a jiu-jitsu specialist. Perhaps he learned some things in that helped him escape here. Mickle continue to keep the pressure on, but look at George slide away from that.
Armbar attempt again. You see him just rip himself away.
If he leaves his arm down there for a split second, Mickle's got it, hasn't he? I mean, he's always working. Now George may find more success standing up. He does have knockout ability.
Now you see George is unafraid to exchange with the fists.
And George puts him down with that. And George may wrap this up. And he does. George is the champ. Zach George, a first-round knockout of Chris Mickle, is the IFO lightweight champion of the world.
Now he got to the position he knew he wanted to be effective in. That is in the stand-up, and he was able to land the bomb.
And you talk about heavy hands. There it is. That straight left sends him down, and that's it. Look at Zach. He said, it's over. Uh-oh, it's not official yet. I better get a couple more in.
Started in again, and then, of course, Steve Mazzagatti stepped right in, our referee, realizing Mickle was not really there to defend himself intelligently. Ends the fight. Fighter safety, always the #1 priority of the referee.
Zach George, a great wrestler, a legendary wrestler back in the state of Oklahoma. In high school, he was a 3-time champ. Boy, as he worked on his punching ability, and he just KO'd himself an IFO lightweight belt. And gets congratulations there from the man he knocked out briefly in Chris Mickle.
He did say devils are meaner than dogs, and he was able to pull through, follow up on that comment with that nice left hand.
And so Zach George runs his record to 13-1. The 23-year-old from Norman, Oklahoma, was an education major at OU. And now let's get the official time of that knockout as Zach George gets ready to put on that IFO belt. Here again is Sonny.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee Steve Mazzagatti has put a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 28 seconds of the very first round. For your winner by way of knockout, and now the IFO lightweight champion of the world, Zach the Red Devil George.
After 2 successful shows, the IFO quickly proved you don't have to be the UFC to put on a quality MMA show in Las Vegas. During Fireworks in the Cage 3, devastating knockouts and wrenching submissions highlighted the evening.
Throw the punches, and here we go.
Varner with the height advantage and a reach advantage, and he's going to try to take advantage of that. And of course, trying to neutralize it is Josh Parker, trying to get him down on the mat already. And Varner comes up with the slam and follows with a forearm.
Full mount. Parker's in big trouble here against the fence. And one reversal, but there's a triangle attempt.
So the striker, Joey Varner, trying to end it here with a triangle. And he's pulling pretty tight right now. Look at that right leg of his.
As long as he's stacked up, that takes a little bit of pressure off that triangle.
Just hold on to that leg.
But Varner right away
You're fine.
hitting him with punches and immediately getting him in trouble with his submission attempt, that triangle choke. Armbar's still potentially there as well.
You got this, Marker. Turn down.
And Varner's got him, he's tapped him out. Face spun around right into it. Varner has tapped him out here in the first round.
And that was there the whole time. He was patient with the triangle. Marker defended the triangle but fell into the armbar. Varner, very confident individual, highly skilled as well.
Team Tompkins, street couture, baby.
And one has to add, confident.
And being hugged there by his coach, Sean Tompkins. Let's take another look at it now. We talked about the striker Varner, the wrestler Marker. It goes to the ground early, but it was Varner dominating.
Yeah, he tried to punch with the right hand, and by not protecting that left arm, Varner straightened it out right there, turned him over, and there you see that arm straightened right out. Elbow in danger. Marker had a tap.
Very popular fighter here, Joey Varner, as his fan club cheers him on as he picks up the victory. Jeff had talked about the injuries. He'd been sidelined for a long time. He's been anxious for this fight for a couple of years, and now let's get the official time of this first round submission. Back to the ring and Sonny.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dean has put a stop to this contest at 1 minute 7 seconds of the very first round. For your winner by submission due to an armbar, Joey Vegas Varner.
God wants to see somebody get hit hard. It's been a good chess match by Cornett. His mobility has made this a very good fight. Haynes not able to find a clean range to land power bombs.
He's down. It's over. It's over. We wondered about the power of Haynes. He had the big punch out. The big right floors Cornett. It is over. Josh Haynes delivering here in the third round. Wow.
Just as I said, mobility, he walked right into that right hand.
Josh Haynes has power and then some. Was he a little gassed? No way. That tank was overflowing with that big right.
He had plenty of power, plenty of energy left. And it was off the leg kick. He timed it beautifully. He countered the right leg kick, landed the bomb.
And he's out right there.
Yeah,
that fight is over with that first punch. A huge win here for Josh Haynes, tested by the newcomer from Kansas City, John Cornett, and the veteran Haynes answers emphatically with that right.
He actually did a little dip with the hips, almost made it seem like he might go after the legs of Cornett, and then came over with the right hand bomb. And that right hand landed really solid.
A very popular, charismatic fighter, Josh Haynes. And a very game John Cornett. Haynes extending himself across the top of the cage to slap some high fives. So here in the third, the knockout by Josh Haynes. Let's get the official time, go back to Sonny in the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has put a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 37 seconds of the third round. For your winner, by way of knockout, Josh Bring the Pain Haynes!
Yunker trying to get to guard. He's caught. He's got half guard. But those are giant elbows coming down. Full guard now.
Kimmons coming down hard with that. Listen to the crowd. Slams him again with the forearm. Look at Kimmons.
Leaping into those Superman punches.
That is a gunslinger move. He's reaching back for the 6-shooter and slamming it. And again, it's Kimmons. Kimmons is pulling everything out in the repertoire early. Not allowing the tarantula to get any kind of web going on the ground.
Not at all. He is fighting his fight right here, controlling the action. He's punching on the side of the head. He's being warned by the referee to watch the back of the head, but he's been punching him from the side. Those elbows are what will really do the damage.
Elbow again. Now Kimmons. He wants to stand it up. And low.
Right to
for a
side
moment.
mount.
Now into full mount. And look at Kimmons. He is dominating Yunker here in the early going.
It was surprising Yunker saying he could submit Kimmons so easily. Kimmons a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Yunker is still trying to twist, still trying to move.
Yunker giving up his back right now. Trying to cover up. And trying to work the choke in is Kimmons. Kimmons got him. He's the champ. Kimmons chokes out Yunker in the first. Rob Kimmons is the new IFO welterweight champ.
Kimmons had better power in his punching and in his ground game.
Yeah. He set the tone early. He said he was tired of hearing about the talk, and he walks the walk. That punch early, Jeff, when he got it to the ground, he just took over.
Yeah, he did. It seemed Yunker might have a shot with a takedown. He landed down, and it was all downhill from there.
Yeah. And he will wear the first welterweight belt. Look at these punches here, that big forearm.
I can't believe his arms weren't up to defend his face.
Look how far back he's going. Have you seen anybody be able to go that far back and land effectively like this?
And just wind up into those punches.
I mean, he's drawn back and letting it rip.
Yeah, Yunker had no answer. And then when he tried to turn and get out from bottom, he gave up his back. And Kimmons knew what to do. He was patient. You don't see him forcing the action right here. But once he stretched him out, right here, it was all over. Didn't matter that he grabbed the hand, he had the arm under the throat, and right there he locked it in tight.
A dominating way to win the title for Rob Kimmons here tonight.
You'll see the right hand of Kimmons break the lock on his left hand, which is around the throat. And as soon as he breaks that lock, here's peeling the fingers, bang, sinks it in deep. There's the tap.
Oh, this will make the honeymoon ever so sweet now for Rob Kimmons. He gets the belt tonight. Tomorrow he's getting married here in Las Vegas.
Happy honeymoons, Kimmons. What a great fight.
Let's go to Sonny now to get the official time on that first round victory by the champ, Rob Kimmons.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has put a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 55 seconds of the very first round. For your winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, and now the IFO welterweight champion, Rob the Rosedale Reaper Kimmons.
We now move to the Pacific Northwest in the region's premier MMA promotion, SportFight. For 21 shows, UFC veteran Matt Lindland has showcased some of the best fighters from his Portland-based Team Quest. Not surprisingly, Team Quest fighters are known for their superior wrestling and submission skills. And why wouldn't they be? Lindland won an Olympic silver medal in Greco-Roman wrestling in 2000. At SportFight 21, 3 of Lindland's students, Dave Jansen, Aaron Stark, and Jeremiah Constant, were out to make their coach proud and display their wrestling ability against some tough competition. 2 of the 3 would walk away victorious.
Emotional night for him coming in here. And round 1 is underway.
Whoa, a big haymaker by Jansen there, trying to end it quickly.
Trying to get in the clinch and get a knee up.
Nice right hand, did catch him that time.
Jansen talked about wanting to throw some punches. Well, he's coming out and he is making a statement here in the early going of his professional debut.
There's a cut on Burnett's head from that elbow.
Burnett is in trouble.
Oh, Darce choke.
Dave Jansen is all over Burnett.
Darce choke. Well, that's actually an anaconda. The hand's on top. Here it is.
And that's it. Dave Jansen makes his pro debut, a successful one, dominating Jeremy Burnett. This was all Jansen in a very short time.
Crowd's loving it, Kenny. He knew what he wanted to do. He showed his punching power, came right back and showed his submission strength. There's that right hand, flush. And he knew right what to do here. He got in on the mount right away. Looked for that choke.
And there you see the right, the crowd oohs and ahs naturally as they watch it again on replay here on the big screen. And I tell you, Dave Jansen, talk about setting the tone. Burnett never had a chance.
Yeah, he came out with that right hand, missed the first time, didn't miss the second. And right there, there's the anaconda choke. There's the tap by Burnett, and Jansen looked phenomenal. You know, phenomenal. Youngster, he's got a bright future.
All Dave Jansen. Let's get the official time and go back to the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, not bad for a professional debut. What do you say? This one comes to an end by way of an anaconda choke. 41 seconds into the fight, the winner, Dave Jansen.
And round 1 is underway, and he comes in and comes at Browning, and surprisingly, Browning is right there for the challenge. We didn't know if he would try to throw a few punches in this, and he's going to try for the takedown.
Oh, he had a chance to put Stark down right there, and he didn't take advantage of it. Now Stark has his feet under him again. And he also has a possible guillotine.
Well, Stark trying to work on that right side there. You see that. Stark with a very strong wrestling background. Browning is just pure strong, isn't he? I mean, that's a lot of power there to slam Stark to the ground, but Stark still trying to work on that right side with that arm of his and see if he can get a choke in there. Dave Hagan looks at it. That's it. He is out. Aaron Stark has choked out Dallas Browning. And I mean, he is down and out that quickly. Aaron Stark with a quick first round chokeout of Dallas Browning. He's gotten his breath. He's back up on his knees. That's good to see. But Stark went to work as Browning slammed him down. Stark never let go of his position and hung in there.
I'll tell you what, that was a great job by the referee. He recognized he went right over to the hand and touched it. He did it again, and he realized he was out. And this is all about Stark. Even though he got picked up here, he never let go of the arm around the head. He just relocked his hands. Then he got under the arm to lock his hands, and that was the end. Right here with the guard, there's nowhere for Browning to go to escape the pressure.
And he's out right there.
Right here is where he puts the arm down, and now this is where the referee will come in. He saw the hand come down. It's not pushing. So he realizes right away he's gone.
And Browning, as his pro debut, would remind you of that. He was
and a late replacement.
Late replacement, a lot of guts to try to take that fight, and a good job by Dave Hagen. Once again, right on top of things, as Aaron Stark gets the victory here in the first round. Let's go back to the ring and get that official time.
All right, Rose Garden, before we make this one official, how about a big hand for Dallas Browning for stepping in here tonight, making his professional debut. This one, however, does come to an end at 47 seconds of that opening round when referee Dave Hagen steps in, ruled a TKO by way of guillotine submission. The winner, Aaron Stark!
Here we go, round one. Sport Fight Heavyweight Championship, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And sprawling out on the defense right away is Josh Queen.
Nice
Jeremiah
peek
Constant
out.
wants to get down on the ground. That is his strength. That's where he wins.
That was a beautiful peek out from the bottom. Head came out to the side. Perfect position to get around behind. I'm surprised he didn't put him down first. Queen doing a nice job of tripoding.
Queen's getting down in his defensive lineman stance here as Constant again tries to get the big man down. He's given up almost 20 pounds to him.
And that's the one question you have about Queen is how is his cardio? He ends fights very quickly. He's not used to going long distance.
Well, he's already gone longer now than his last 3 fights combined.
And there's the right hand again. Boy, does he throw it. Not really straight, but it's
and
got
that was
power.
a pretty good right by Constant. Remember, Constant's fights all into the first round, one way or the other.
That was all. He's awarding a point there. That was definitely grabbing the rope to save a takedown.
You think he's taking a point for sure away from Josh Queen?
It looked like he signaled one over to the right and one over here, and he's just leaned down to say something to the commish. So we'll find out at the end of the round. But he was going down, and he grabbed the rope to save himself.
That would be a huge hole already for Josh Queen. Of course, there's still a long way to go in this first round.
And this is where a good wrestler wins. Pulling the head down. Now he's behind him. Can he get his arm back, though? Queen doing a great job.
Well, look at Queen. Looks like he's picked up some pretty good wrestling there. We've talked a lot about his big punches and his first round knockouts.
He's trying, but positional advantage to Constant.
Let's check in now with Ron.
All right, with Trevor Prangley in Queen's corner. And Trevor, talk about your fighter right now.
We just weathering the storm here. We knew Jeremiah was a good wrestler, and he was probably going to go for the takedown. And we're just hanging in here.
You got a big boy. Cardio's got to be key. How is his cardio?
His cardio is decent. You know, big boys, it's always got to be the key. You know that.
Absolutely. Thanks, Trevor. Kenny?
Thanks, Ron. Giving up Trevor Prangley a little bit, I'd say that would get you ready for a lot of things, wouldn't you, as he's been training, Josh Queen has.
And he's doing it because Constant, he's surviving it because Constant's left hand is constantly tied up out over the head of Queen. And this is what we call getting a little bit high in your ride.
See Queen always looking for that punch. Just throw that one punch if he can.
Nice inside trip attempt, but no room to set Queen down.
And Ron Kruk has informed us that Josh Queen indeed did have 1 point taken away, Jeff, as you called it there, for holding on to the rope. So a bad spot to be in already.
Well, you wouldn't call it it's a minor thing, but he was on his way down, and grabbing the rope saved him from going all the way down. And you have to issue a penalty there.
And especially right now, you figure Constant already has the lead with the takedown, a couple of them so far anyway. This could be a 10-8 round.
Potentially could, and that's devastating in terms of trying to come back from that. But if you can do it, the right hand of Queen is the way to go.
Well, Queen here in his pro debut after that great 12-0 start as an amateur, fighting for the heavyweight championship.
And he's out of the Lions Den, so you got to figure, you know, they're used to fight. It's a great club, you know, one of the originals in the UFC.
And already, Queen, under a minute to go here, has stayed in the ring longer than most fighters have, with more experience against Jeremiah Constant.
Queen has an opportunity now. I mean, Constant is down on his knees. He's not in a good position to lift. Yeah, right there. Just keep those hammer fists going.
Queen almost 20 pounds, right about 18 and a half pounds, the weight edge that he has on Constant.
Oh, and he's going to get up top. Constant may be in trouble here.
On style points, not that good, but it looks like it's effective as he moves into mount. And now Josh Queen trying to get some punches down there. And giving up his back is Constant. Oh, that was an eye-opener. Did you see his eyes close down with that punch? Right up. Josh Queen doing some damage in the last seconds of round one. And he's tapped him out. Josh Queen is the winner. He chokes out Jeremiah Constant, and he is the SportFight heavyweight champ. Josh Queen turned it around in the final 30 seconds of round one, and he wins the belt in his pro debut.
It seemed Constant got tired staying underneath, trying to lift the leg of a bigger man, and Queen bowled him over. And once he got on top, particularly in the mount, he had the left arm trapped of Constant, and he wailed away, grounded, pounded his way to victory. Right there's the big bowl over.
He looks just like a defensive lineman that he is in semi-pros, just bowled him over.
And there the left arm is trapped of Constant, and right away Queen goes to work with his right hand. And you said it, once he got hit, you saw those eyes go really wide. He was able to sink the arm under the chin and eventually gain the rear naked choke. Right in there, those eyes are wide. He's looking right at us there, and here comes the hand. And there's the choke, and there's the tap.
What an impressive performance.
The comeback. Queen.
An auspicious pro debut for Josh Queen. So much so that he now will get a belt as well as the heavyweight champ. And Queen is king of the heavyweights here in the Pacific Northwest. Let's get the official time on that victory.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this championship bout comes to an end just 4 seconds shy of the bell of that opening round by way of a rear naked choke. And the winner and new heavyweight champion of SportFight, Josh Queen.
Now it's time to check out some of the best knockouts and submissions from HDNet Fight's Initiation Night, a terrific initial card that immediately made the promotion a player in the MMA world. We begin with two guys known for submitting their opponents, veteran Drew Fickett and rising star Anthony Lapsley. From Fickett's 31 career wins, 20 have come by way of submission, with 18 happening by some type of choke. The question facing Lapsley wasn't whether Fickett would attempt another finishing choke, it was how would he defend against it when it happened. Our second fight is a rematch between 19-year-old TJ Waldburger and the secret weapon, 37-year-old Pete Spratt. The youngsters surprised Spratt in their first match, submitting him with a triangle choke early in the second round. Looking for redemption, Spratt came in focused and determined not to let Waldburger pull off another upset. It's off to the Lone Star State, Dallas, Texas, and the American Airlines Center for the action.
Both hold titles, Rage in the Cage Combat Zone Extreme Fighting Championship for Fickett, Legends of Fighting title and Full Contact Fight Series champion for Lapsley. So these guys are no stranger to big-time pressure fights. And right now, this is entertaining, boy. They're really going after each other.
Now the referee will stand them up.
Got the contact?
I mean, they appreciate good defense down here when it's Randy White and Larry Brown, but when it's in the cage like this, they want to see some punches thrown. And look at that.
There was the high kick by Lapsley, and he paid for that attempt. Fickett getting the takedown. And the cousin of Anthony Lapsley is Anthony Spencer, number 93, the outside linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, there's a guy that lives in the heart of Colts country, Lapsley, that roots for the Cowboys. Okay, now you look at Fickett here. Watch Fickett try to stretch that leg out of Lapsley. But Lapsley is a contortionist, as we have seen in the past. He can turn things around quickly.
He's also looking for a triangle here, but Fickett throws it over the top. Like at the side mount. Full mount again by Fickett.
I don't know if you're going to see too many fights when it's on the ground like this where guys are going full out. It's amazing the energy they're losing here. And trying for a rear naked choke is Fickett. Lapsley gives up back. Is that going to do it? Lapsley, he's trying to hang on. Fickett trying to seal it in, and he's taking it over. Fickett has won it. Fickett wins a rear naked choke of Anthony Lapsley here in the first. What a fight.
Fickett is slick.
And look at Fickett. He has the appreciation for the skills of Lapsley as he helps him up and congratulates him. And there is that experience of Drew Fickett.
And it was Lapsley nearly coming out back door, and when he fell just short of it right here, he was coming out, but then he collapsed back down. Fickett immediately went to his neck. There he clears the hand, locks it up, and then he's patient with it. And he slowly gets it under the chin. Now he starts to figure for his legs, locks them in tight.
I need a towel.
Now he gently keeps stretching, and you'll see Lapsley tap.
Well, we talked about that experience earlier, and Drew Fickett brings a ton of it in here. Lapsley knew this would be his toughest fight. It was. Let's get the official time and go back to the ring in Lupe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 3 minutes, 55 seconds of the very first round. Your winner, by way of rear naked choke submission, Drew, the Master Fickett.
And Waldburger, a good-looking young one, rising star in the MMA world. He wants to take it to the ground. He feels most comfortable there.
Never discount Pete Spratt, though. As Jeff was talking about the resume that he brings in here, 26 pro fights coming into this against some of the best. Perhaps his biggest win, UFC 42, when he defeated Robbie Lawler. You see right now, Waldburger once again trying to get this one down. Spratt, oh, you don't think he learned something from that first time out? And there's the right, and Spratt has him down. Spratt delivering the first blow, and Waldburger stunned.
Well, he's back together. Gets back to his feet, but that's where Spratt wants this fight to be.
And a big left by Spratt, and Spratt again scores with the punches. Waldburger is feeling it early here from Pete Spratt.
Spratt needs to be careful. If he can't put him away, he doesn't want to waste all his energy, burn out.
And Spratt saying, hey, I'll give you 17 years, buddy. Waldburger a little slow getting up there.
As he says, he likes to take care of business.
And Spratt again continues to be aggressive with his punches. Waldburger trying for that single leg, trying to hold on here.
And he did a nice job. He hooked it with his foot. Kept Spratt extended, and Spratt doing a great job. Yeah.
Spratt showing a lot of quickness. And
that's out. He's out.
It's over.
Wow,
Spratt knocks out Waldburger. 5 weeks ago, he was choked out. Spratt comes back tonight with a first-round KO. Oh, yeah, look at Pete Spratt. Who's in charge as Waldburger is out? I mean, that was a knockout.
When Waldburger got up, he started moving into Spratt. That might have been his downfall. You're walking into the punch. Maybe he should have been backing away, forcing Spratt to close the distance. That would have helped with his takedowns. But right there, no hands up to defend. But there's what really hurt him, that right hand. He went for this. I thought he was going to get this takedown, particularly after he hooked the heel right there and he knocked him to his butt. But give Spratt credit, at 37, he still can move those hips. He got back to his feet, And man, does he have some punching power. That number 2 straight down the pipe. Here walking in.
And the crowd, as you can hear them as they're watching here on the big screen, and impressed with the performance here by Pete Spratt. You always have to wonder about a cagey veteran, especially when he's lost and he has a chance to fight the guy again. He knew exactly what to expect from Waldburger, and Waldburger hoping to get that back on the ground. Yeah, Waldburger's okay. He's up now, and he knows that he learned a bit of a lesson here tonight as well.
Yeah, he's going to have to work on his striking skills a little bit more. I mean, that seems to be his Achilles heel. It was his last loss. And, after choking him out with that triangle, you figure, let's get the fight back to the ground. But he moved into a couple of those early punches, and Spratt took full advantage.
Yeah, we'll see Waldburger again, I'm sure, here. A very promising future. Again, with that submission victory over Pete Spratt 5 weeks ago, turned around drastically, dramatically here. Let's get the official time now and go back to Lupe in the ring as you take a look at Pete Spratt, the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to a sudden and dramatic end with an official time of 1 minute, 29 seconds of the very first round. Your winner, by way of knockout, Pete, the Secret Weapon, Spratt.
It's hard to follow up a vicious knockout like that, but HDNet Fight's second event, Reckless Abandon, came close with a variety of fight-ending submissions and knockouts. Extreme Couture's Jay White and Frank Trigg demonstrated the numerous ways a fighter can bend his opponent's arm into a pretzel, while American Top Team's Eve Edwards made it clear he prefers to finish a fight with a rear naked choke. Then there's undefeated Nissen Osterneck, who gave Freddie Espiricueta such a beatdown he actually asked the referee to stop the fight. This one you'll have to see to believe.
Now, the one question about Jay White is his ability to take a punch, and that is going to help him.
He slams Castillo to the ground.
And he should be in his element here. And this is something Couture said he needed to work on, was his wrestling ability to take people down. He is a jiu-jitsu practitioner, trained under Renzo Gracie, drove down to New York.
Trying to get that guillotine in there. And look at the left arm as he gets the guillotine under the neck of Castillo. Gets away, though, this Patrick Castillo. So now he'll try to work quickly on the arm. Watch him extend that Kimura.
Oh, he's going to get it.
Jay White going to end this thing early.
Armbar.
Look at Castillo hanging in there, and he taps it's over. Jay White, dominant performance to win this fight.
Some acrobatics by the big guys.
Jay White, control from the opening bell. Whatever he's been doing at Extreme Couture, it worked.
Now that Kimura, boy, he wrenched it, and Castillo had no choice. He had to come right over the top. Here you see him get it. Stands up, and now watch the power that White has right here. Bam! Now he gets the leg across the face, straightens out the arm. There's your armbar.
So Jay White picks up his second professional victory, making quick work of Patrick Castillo here.
And Troy, New York is happy via Las Vegas.
Let's go now to Lupe to get the official time on that win by White.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to an end by way of arm bar submission with an official time of 50 seconds of the very first round. Your winner, Jay White.
Thought he might be able to get a takedown there, but he broke the lock. Good right hand.
Osterneck, 3 of the 4 wins by way of submission, only 1 TKO. Tries for the single leg and slams Espiricueta to the mat.
Side mount right away. Espiricueta in trouble here. Osterneck slowing down. Gonna milk the position. Tried to get
over full, but couldn't do it. Espiricueta able to stop him from that. Espiricueta wants to get it back standing up. He stands up swinging, nothing landing.
Whoa, Osterneck breathing hard.
Osterneck throws that knee high, misses with the kick, but draws the oohs and ahs from the crowd.
Crowd loves it. Entertaining.
Tell you, this has been very entertaining for no really major blows landed, but they've thrown a lot of them in the early going, over 20 in the combination of the two. Espiricueta more falling forward there than anything else.
Sprawl by Osterneck, trying to clear that right arm of Espiricueta to take his back.
Both guys right now, they've thrown 17 strikes, 53% of those landing for Osterneck.
Right to side mount, dropped an elbow.
Osterneck, who has the one takedown so far, and here he's trying to work again from the side. Tried it earlier and appeared to be a little gassed. Maybe there's a little bit of nerves, perhaps, because he's certainly in great condition coming into this fight.
That or he's forcing it.
Now he's in full and trying to drop the bombs.
Two good right hands.
He's getting a couple of good ones in. Espiricueta in trouble here in the first. Osterneck again and again. Osterneck trying to end it. Osterneck looks and says, end it, end it. Terry Hatley says that's it. Osterneck looked over at Hatley, said he has no more left in him. He's calling it, and that's it. Nissen Osterneck lives up to the prediction. He said first round KO. He gets the TKO here in the first to run his record to 5-0.
And he took his time there. He milked the position. He didn't force anything like he did early. Got the full mount and then rained the ground and pound.
Well, the man throwing all the punches just about was Osterneck. He threw 35 punches unofficially, landed on 20 of them. It seemed like the majority came here in the final seconds to wrap this fight up.
And that was a beautiful job. He was out to the side trying to get a choke in. He was able to drive Espiricueta over backwards, and now in this side mount, he started to look to try to isolate an arm. And when Espiricueta turned away there, here's that armbar attempt. Not able to get it here, but then he changes to the full mount, and the ground and pound does the rest.
11 of Osterneck's 20 strikes landed came from the ground position in this fight. And Osterneck wins by way of TKO, lives up to his promise, as Espiricueta suffers a setback here with this loss tonight.
His head was bouncing off the canvas. Good call by the referee.
Good call by Osterneck to tell the referee as we go in and get the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the blue corner verbally submits, prompting referee Kerry Hatley to stop the bout with official time of 2 minutes, 30 seconds of the very first round. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, Nissen Osterneck.
Martinez known more for his ground game. Again, 11 submission victories, 7 KO wins coming in as here we go in round 2.
Martinez is kind of circling to his right. He needs to be careful. That'll walk into the punching power of Edwards.
Yeah, he was a little off balance there, wasn't he? Trying to spinning back fist, a few other things, but was able to avoid.
There's that left.
Edwards knocks him down with the left. Edwards has him down and he's pounding Martinez. Edwards taking over this fight in the second round. Wow, Martinez turns back around. That chin is made out of steel.
He's not going away.
I mean, Edwards has landed 4 or 5 solid punches, the best strikes of the fight for anyone, and Martinez got right back up.
And he's in trouble. He's grabbing legs now. See if he can finish this. Oh, he looks in trouble.
Oh, he's trying to catch his breath now. Edwards moving down, moving in closer.
Right, and that straight left put Martinez down. And
I think Martinez used up all his energy absorbing those punches and trying to get back up.
Well, let's see now. Edwards has slowed the pace down. He's not hitting him anymore.
Well, Edwards with 22 punches thrown, 14 landed in this second round. And of those 15 landed now by Edwards, 7 or 8 were dead on the chin of Alonso Martinez, yet he's still hanging in there.
Here's another power punch. Edwards definitely has the more brutal blows.
And Edwards again working from the side.
There's that underhook, and
now he's in full mount.
He suckered Martinez into that.
Martinez turns around, gives up back.
Really give up the choke.
Edwards trying to get under the neck, can't do so right now.
Stay patient, there you go. The hips are in.
He knows about this ground game. Martinez trying to turtle up here. Uh-oh, now he's caught. Edwards trying for the rear naked choke, can't get it under the chin yet.
He's got to get his left arm up to lock hands, there it is.
Now he's working harder.
Edwards
trying for the rear naked choke on Martinez here in the second. And Martinez, he's hanging right in there.
Was able to break the lock.
Couldn't get it on more of a, got it around the side of the face, but not under the neck.
He's got to keep that chin down.
Yeah, again,
trouble.
He's trying for it. Edwards trying to choke down. He did. Eve Edwards, the rear naked choke. And the victory over Alonso Martinez. What an entertaining fight. And what versatility from Edwards. We saw his punches early in this round, and then he wraps it up with the RNC.
That was a tremendous fight. Edwards showing that he can take a shot, but boy, he has got those left hands. But it was Martinez who sort of just stood there, circled into the power of that punch, and Edwards came out the second round motivated to be more active because he knew that Martinez was ahead in the first round.
Here's the start of the second round. What a different fighter. Edwards comes out aggressive, throwing the punches, and I mean throwing solid punches. But somehow Martinez was able to continue on until here, when Edwards able to wrap that in and get that big left arm under the chin and get the rear naked choke for the victory. Edwards landed 18 of 29 total strikes in round 2. Martinez only 6 total strikes in that round. That was the huge difference. Now let's go up to the ring for the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 3 minutes, 4 seconds, round number 2. A rear naked choke. The winner, Eve Edwards.
And here he comes. Round 1 underway, our co-main event.
Can Doyle survive? If he can get through this first round and really put Trigg in a cardio deficit, he may have a chance.
Doyle coming out rather frenetic right now. Throwing kicks and punches. Bam Bam is his nickname. Trigg comes right back and counters.
Nice couple kicks of his own. Trigg is a confident human being, borderline arrogant, but he gets the job done. And he balances quite a lifestyle. Clothing line.
And he moves in and moving in now and getting in full mount on him. Are trying to right now is Edwin Deweese. Deweese can't do so on Trigg.
Now Butterfly again, he's keeping the legs in between. There's Kimura, and he's got it pretty tight. That's real tight.
Trigg is trying to put it away here in the first. The heavy favorite has Deweese in trouble. Trigg is pinning that back. How's Deweese hanging on? Frank Trigg, he may break it off. Trigg pulling hard. Deweese still there. Deweese letting him know I'm okay. He gave the thumbs up. Don't think I'm tapping. I'm hanging in. How is Deweese doing this?
Well, here it comes again. Now he's in a much worse position.
Deweese in trouble.
He's in a lot of trouble now.
Pulling hard on that arm. And that's it. Trigg submits him. Frank Trigg gets the victory here in the first. The heavily favored Trigg has defeated Edwin Deweese.
Team Couture enjoying a big night here at Shamrock, and Couture shaking hands, the two coaches.
As we take another look at this, Deweese caught that leg early of Trigg. They went to the ground. Trigg went to work. Couldn't get a submission earlier, but this time he does. And he twisted and turned and worked hard and puts it away here in the first round for his 16th career victory.
Now, he smelled blood and he knew what to do with that hold, and he finished Deweese with that Kimura. He just kept it going, wouldn't release it. And they went from him on top to him on bottom. I mean, that was great example of how to finish a hold.
All right, let's get the official time and back to Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Don Turnage sees the signal. It's a submission. The end comes at 1 minute 40 seconds of the very first round. Your winner, Frank Winkletoes Chris.
Nissen Osterneck showed a lot of class by begging the ref to stop the fight before Espiricueta got hurt, displaying sportsmanship not always found in other sports. Then again, some may feel the 20 punches he delivered to Espiricueta's face weren't so admirable, but that's just part of the fight game. Another element of MMA is the good old-fashioned knockout. At the International Fight League's Grand Prix tournament finals, there were KOs and TKOs galore. Ask a fighter and he'll tell you there's no feeling like the one you get when you put your opponent to sleep.
Punching power, this is, oh, this was hard.
Tim Kennedy took a punch early from Rivera, got it to the ground, worked hard, got full mount boss, and punching power we knew he had, but I don't know if many people knew he had that kind of power that quickly. I don't think Rivera knew it.
It'll be okay.
There you see the good right, the best punch by Rivera, and Kennedy goes to the ground immediately.
Yeah, shot underneath the second punch, and then boom, took him down, slammed him hard.
Did he been
now
working?
We go here.
Yeah, gets in full mount finally, boss.
Full mount. You know, he turned on his side, which is something you should not do. You should always look and see where the punches are coming from. The referee should stop, and that's what Dan does right here. Very good decision. You know, that's what happens. You don't see the punches coming. Look, he's putting his hand in front of his face. He simply doesn't see the punches coming, and then they have way more impact because your body is simply not ready for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we make this official and put it in the books, we think it's important to tell you that Elias is going to be fine. He has good movement of his extremities. He was awake, alert. They are going to take him for observation. So before he gets out of the building, please let him know you appreciate him stepping in here tonight. The safety of our fighters is always of the utmost importance to us in the International Fight League, and great sportsmanship on the part of his opponent tonight, very concerned there in the corner. But you watched it as it happened. That's what happens in MMA. 2 minutes into the fight, by way of knockout, your winner, Tim Kennedy!
In terms of cardiovascularies, let's listen in now to Matt Lindland in the corner of Horwich. Cardiovascular, Horwich is probably as good as anybody in the league.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get up, let's get up, let's get up. Put 2 or 3 things together here, Matt, let's go.
As they move back out now to the center of the ring.
Up. Find a way out, Matt. He's wasting time here. Urgent,
I see.
Urgent.
I see Raddick.
Up.
Raddick's wanting to rest that. some guys will get a takedown so they can rest, and I think that's what Braddock's done.
Yep.
Let's take a little break for a second.
The recoup of Benji is pretty fast because sometimes he goes back to a round. Oh, look at this.
Braddock swinging away.
Wow.
What was that? Horwich just knocked him down. Horwich threw the punch.
Oh.
It's Horwich
That's unreal.
with the knockout.
That is unbelievable.
That is not supposed to happen.
Holy cow.
Matt
That
Horwich
is amazing.
with the first knockout by fists in his career.
This is crazy, and it was a solid punch. It was well timed. He had him.
He threw a great flurry finish with the left hook and lights out.
Do things that you don't expect people that you do, but I mean, wow, this is just, it blows my mind.
What
Really good.
a punch by, did anybody here know that Matt Horwich could punch like that?
No.
No idea. You know, the thing is, these guys both trained together before. They're friends. You know, that's a tough fight.
You know, we talked about Pat. We saw him with a big side-winding kick to knock out Hamanaka in the IFL. But he never knocked anybody out with his fist, and he knocks out one of the best punches.
Yeah, here it is, the replay. Horwich elevating him. He throws a nice kick from the ground here to keep him off him. And then the flurry starts. Nice head kick. Throws things from weird angles, lands the left hook, and it's lights out. It's incredible.
Well, we've had some, man, there you take one more look at that
Beautiful left hook.
This is like that guy's thrown that left hook all his life.
This middleweight championship bout comes to an end. 1 minute 58 seconds of the second round by way of a TKO when referee Dan Mergliata steps in to wave it off. Your winner and new middleweight champion of the International Fight League, Matt Suave Horwich.
Schultz doing everything that Renlund was telling him during that exchange.
Yep, and Hordeski. Oh, nice, that body shot and right straight. First go to the body, which is a very smart thing to do. Hordeski tries to push him away, but man, no, he's on him.
Schultz comes right back, working on the side. Sean Tompkins.
Gotta go with it, kid. Go with it, kid. Circle with it now, Chris. Go, Chris. Circle hard with it. You're there with it. Out that side.
Uh-oh. Reverse figure four.
Get that arm out of there.
Oh, no defense.
Hordeski's in trouble.
It's going to be over. This is over.
Schultz is putting it away. Schultz, it's over.
Oh,
Ryan Schultz has knocked out Chris Hordeski. Upsetting and handing Chris Hordeski his first loss. He had it on the ground early, was controlling the ground on Hordeski, boss.
Yeah, he's got the hand already. He's got the hand, you see. He can't defend himself. There's no defense right now. So the referee did a good job here. He should have stopped up, and now he jumps in. Good. He actually hit the ref one time, I believe.
Hordeski trying to push away there until the very end, but I mean, it was all Ryan Schultz.
Yep, locked up.
And you're
Nothing
right.
you
You
can
talk
do.
about opening that bottle, letting the mean genie out that he's been holding in there for over a year.
Yep.
And he unleashed it with a vengeance.
We'll do it again.
We've reached the final segment of our show, and we've got 2 fights left. One fast and one a truly furious finish. We travel to Japan to showcase the best fighter in the world, Fedor Emelianenko, taking on 7'2", 360-pound behemoth Hongman Choi. While the size advantage was almost comical, there was a moment of doubt for Fedor when the Techno-Goliath fell on him. But in the end, Emelianenko waited patiently for his moment to end it. Then we conclude with a match that was truly furious, Kazuo Misaki versus Yoshihiro Akiyama. With no love lost between the two, most expected a wild fight. But no one could have predicted the bizarre way the bout would finish and the outrageous scene that took place in the ring when it was over.
He thinks it's going to be a first-round decision, one way or the other for Fedor. Most everyone else picking it as Fedor shoots in on the big man. And Choi takes him down. Fedor giving up about 130 pounds here.
237 to 366, Ken. That's a huge difference. I don't care who you are.
Look at the arm of Choi. It engulfs the head of Emelianenko.
You can see the head difference too, the size and the difference it has. Look how small Fedor looks underneath him. I think Choi's working with his little brother. He's got it.
Fedor going for the arm bar. Fedor going for the arm bar. Choi pulls loose.
I can't believe he got out of that. That was tight. I thought it was over. Look how tight that armbar was.
Fedor perhaps a little impressed himself there by Choi. Showing some redness around the face. And you can see there the welts taking a couple of good licks from Hongman Choi.
He's trying to do a sambo trip. He can't do it because he's just so big.
And Choi again on top.
See how patient Fedor can be. He's going to go down the forehead. Every punch is huge. Even the peppery shots by Choi are going to be huge punches because of his size.
And you can see this. Look at the mammoth fist here of Hongman Choi. Again, Fedor going for
That's it. He got it. He got it.
Got it. Fedor Emelianenko.
Wow. Everyone can breathe a sigh of relief now because that was a little close one. You don't understand how big Choi is. If we could have got a couple punches off, this fight would have been done.
Here's how it happened.
Look at this armbar, the extension on it. Fedor's completely locked out. For those of you that practice in jiu-jitsu, getting to this position is very difficult on a man your own size, let alone somebody of Hongman Choi's size. Because look, once Fedor gets it in, his knee is by his head. He's already tapping, but he extends out. He's fully extended. You can see the elbow poking through the bottom of Fedor's torso. His arm is longer than Fedor's torso. It's really hard to submit a guy to that length.
Akiyama's knocked him down. Akiyama's taken over this fight.
That's all you have to wait on is that one punch. He finally stuck it in. It's the same thing he did to Dennis Kang. Wow. He's got to get space and start to finish this fight off. We don't want Misaki to recover. About 3.5 minutes left in this first round.
And collectively, everyone jumped forward as Akiyama delivered the biggest blow of this fight. Some of the crowd cheering for Misaki here, trying to get him back in this fight, hoping he can get back on his feet.
Great job getting back to guard. Great job getting separation. He's gonna come swinging. Misaki's gonna come swinging now.
Misaki unfazed.
Misaki's one of those fighters that recovers when he needs to clear his head. He goes more action. He gets his space. He gets his time to recover his head by throwing more punches.
Yoshihiro Akiyama, the biggest punch of this fight. Looked like Misaki might be down and out. He was down briefly, but back up and swinging.
Akiyama doing a good job of staying patient. Most guys in this situation just keep charging in forward and end up getting hit themselves.
Misses with that right, a glancing blow. Misaki almost taunting Akiyama there.
That's a good idea. He just got knocked down.
Oh! There's the left. Misaki gets Akiyama down.
No.
It's over.
No.
It's over.
Wow. Here's my question. Akiyama was on the ground. He got kicked in the head. As you see Gono, Misaki's partner, one of his training partners in the white suit. Another great fighter here in Japan, Akihiro Gono.
You're looking Kazuo Misaki.
8 minutes and 12 seconds into the first round.
Wow. And almost everyone is standing.
Wow. We're still off in the corner. We still have Akiyama still down. I can't see through the crowd yet.
Akiyama KO'd by Misaki. A dramatic end to this anticipated battle here in the first round.
What a great comeback. Wow. He gets knocked down. He recovers after getting knocked down, gets back up to his feet, and gets the knockout.
As Misaki addresses the crowd.
お前は去年リングの上でたくさんの人と子供たちを裏切った。俺は絶対に許さない。
Misaki's given a little talking to, saying you're betraying the kids and the fans with your attitude and how you compete.
But 今日試合をしてお前の心が俺にも届いた。これからはまたリングの上で
After my fight with you, Misaki saying, I feel how you compete. I feel
誠意の気持ちを込めて戦ってほしい。どうですか皆さん。
Please fight for the fans and for the kids instead of for yourself. Of course, by cheering, you can tell that Misaki asked the crowd, what do they think about that? This for me, as a competitor, gets a little awkward. But at this point, if I've lost, I went out of the ring, and if I won, it's time to get out of the ring because I got to go say hi to somebody else.
Well, I was going to ask, and again, it goes back to the whole culture and the history of mixed martial arts and the reverence they have for it here in Japan. There's no place else I can imagine this happening where Akiyama would stand there and listen to the lecture and accept it, the criticism.
Adding insult to injury, after Misaki took a kick to his face, Akiyama proceeded to belittle his opponent in front of 22,000 people. Misaki criticized Akiyama for betraying the trust of the fans and the children of Japan for a past suspension. Akiyama got the last laugh though, protesting that the kick he received while attempting to get up was illegal because he was in the 4-point position. Yarinoka officials agreed and ruled the fight a no contest. It was a crazy way to end a fight and our show Furious Finishes. Keep it here on HDNet for the best in mixed martial arts action on television, all in crystal clear high definition. For the entire crew, I'm Ron Kruk. We'll see you next time in the cage.
HDNet Fights brings the best in live MMA.
He's going for the guillotine.
Fedor returns.
That's it, he got it. Fedor does it.
reckless abandon.
This one is over.
The IFL 2007 World Grand Prix.
That is not supposed to happen.
He is the champion still.
Now, HDNet Fights presents the International Fight League, live from Las Vegas, Friday at 11 Eastern, followed by the debut of Kim Couture on HDNet, your home for MMA.